Welcome to the patio.
I saw a man rob a bank when I was 10. No, I didn't see the wrong kind. of wish that I was him. I grew up, thought was living in my head. Figured the life that I was living, I'd be better off dead.
Hey guys, welcome to the patio. It's Monday, Monday, November the 6th, I believe it is. And boy, we got some stuff to talk about today. There was some earth-shattering news, late-breaking news. The manifesto from the Nashville shooter from back in February has been, I'm not sure released is the right term, but it was got. Our buddy Stephen Crowder over at Louder with Crowder got it, and he shared it today. I'm going to tell you about a Bible-thumping mayor from Alabama that committed suicide and why, and it's going to blow your mind. We got a lot to talk about, but most importantly, we got a lot of tired folks in the room. DW just rolled in hot. What's going on, DW?
I appreciate y'all waiting on me.
What color is that shirt?
Maroon.
It's maroon. We know you're colorblind. It's maroon.
Oh,
Okay, it looks like a plum there on the screen.
It does look
close
kind
to
of
plum. It's close to
That's because
maroon.
I'm juicy, Jamie.
So you do know your primary color. Plum.
Plum's not a primary color. I'm confident of.
Marty
Plum's
Marr in
definitely
his
a
green
primary.
shirt over there. How are you feeling, Marty Marr, on this Monday evening?
I'm feeling all right, just tired, ready to go home, go to bed.
What you tired from?
He ain't did nothing.
Cooking, baby.
Cooking it.
Okay.
Cooking babies.
Look at that. Cooking babies. Oh, my God.
Gary, are you cooking babies also?
No, I'm not.
Oh, I know what's
He's
the matter.
making
We
babies,
need
though.
I ain't got none in the oven. Or
Mark, turn that light up for me.
Gary, how do you feel about cooking babies?
I don't feel like cooking them at all. In fact,
That's a bold stance to take right there.
it pretty
On
bold.
the patio, we're officially anti-cooking babies.
Bold move, Cotton.
Oh, yeah, I got a story about an Arkansas baby, too. We'll talk about you. And then Father Fortenberry. Hello, gorgeous.
It's me.
Are you tired also, Father Fortenberry?
I am exhausted.
You don't ever get tired.
I feel like I walk from the couch to the living room or something.
Man, that's a long way.
It's the same room. I just realized.
That's almost like
Yeah, I don't
a
have
marathon.
I keep my couches in the living room though.
You know what's even further? The garbage can and the outside trash can.
It is.
Yeah, just so you guys know, if you do not follow us on YouTube or TikTok, we were at an event all weekend. We were at the Esperanza Bonanza. Where we took 2 awards we're quite proud of. They were the Bubba Dean for Sportsmanship Award, and then the middle of the pack in our ribs award. So we were quite proud of those. It was more about how you just hanging in there doing your thing.
The both of them are memorial awards. The sportsmanship with Bubba Dean, but then the Hank Fisher middle of the pack award, which I think was the first year ever.
First year ever.
So we will always.
So it was inaugural.
Yeah, we are the first time award winners.
Thanks to Buddy Nash and Wolf Chase Toyota. Get out there and buy a Toyota. Check him out. They are Memphis' largest Toyota.
If you won't
dealer.
buy us a Toyota,
Hey, go buy a Toyota so they can make all the money back they spend on us.
That's it.
weekend.
that's right.
That's it. So let's jump into one of the hottest stories out there right now, and that is about the Nashville school shooter. Audrey Hale, also Aiden Hale, as you recall, we talked about it back in February, where this young 28-year-old person, transgender person, went into a Christian school and shot up school, killing, I can't remember how
2
many,
kids.
At least 2 kids.
Multiple
Not
kids.
Several people.
I think it was might have been 3. It was 2 or
I think
3
it was
kids.
3.
And got killed by the police, right?
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah, I got taken down. We actually, I think, watched that video maybe.
Yeah.
Police sources told Fox 17 News that the documents were authentic because there was talk today of whether these were real or not. They're not sure how they got leaked. But in the manifesto, a few key things came out. This person, who was actually a white person, felt that she was doing this because of the white privilege, referring to the children as crackers, and she used a derogatory term for homosexuals, which is very strange.
Bundle of sticks.
Yeah. She is furious about what she believed were white privileged kids at fancy private schools, despite previously attending.
I was going to say, yeah.
Yes, she attended as well.
Now, when we say she, is it a she or is it a he? I know it's 2023 and I should have this
She
figured out.
Well, wasn't he transgender?
It was a transgender
Did it
male.
have ovaries?
Did. Yes.
Yeah.
I don't.
Okay,
I don't know.
okay.
If
She- okay.
I don't know if she still did.
I didn't get the autopsy report, so I can't be certain of that.
Well, maybe they blew his ovaries out.
But
And then I think they went for his head.
They
but
shot him in the ovaries.
maybe they relocate ovaries.
No, I know. I do remember what
He
they.
said, right in the ovaries.
I do remember what they did do. They responded a hell of a lot better
Oh,
than
my
people in Texas.
no doubt.
That
Was
is
that Texas or was that Arizona?
That was Texas.
No, it was Texas.
Was okay.
I'm
Look,
pretty
if,
sure it
if you
was.
do happen to have kids in the car with you listening to this, all 5 of you, then you may want to turn it off for now and listen to it later if you hadn't already heard. But in an entry on the day of the attack titled Death Day, Hale wrote, "Today's the day. The day's finally come. I can't believe it's here. Don't know how I was able to get this far, but here I am." It sounds more like somebody getting ready to graduate high school than it is to go murder some children.
Yes.
Said, "I'm a little nervous, but excited. Been excited the past 2 weeks. None of that matters now. I'm almost an hour and 7 minutes away. Can't believe I'm doing this, but I'm ready. I hope my victims aren't. My only fear is if anything goes wrong, I'll do my best to prevent any of the sort. God, let my wrath take over my anxiety. It may be 10 minutes tops. It might be 3 to 7. It's going to go quick. I hope I have a high death count ready to die."
It's just insane.
Ooh.
I don't know that that's as much as of a manifesto as it is just a.
Diary.
Yeah, it's kind of like a.
What's the difference?
journal
What's the
type.
difference between a diary and a manifesto?
I think
I
the
guess
manifesto preaches more to
The reasoning behind it. Yeah.
why.
A diary, you already talk about what occurred,
This
how
is
you
a-
felt about it.
Well, yeah, but you can talk what you plan on.
You know,
having.
this is to me better than a manifesto. This is more about what's
personal.
going through this person's
It's a
mind the
diary.
day of.
She said, "Dear diary."
It's,
I don't
it's
think
about the
I don't
day
think
of.
he or she wrote that diary.
How do you?
Like,
I just
say
man, I
dear
cannot
diary.
fathom how you sit around and just think about just killing innocent people.
Well, this person was not. I think they were seeing a
So this-
psychiatrist. I think as well.
But we would
This
hope.
this person was clearly mentally unhealthy.
So here's another entry from February 6th. This is 6 weeks before the shooting. She wrote, "Kill those kids, those crackers going to private fancy schools with those fancy khakis and sports backpacks with their money daddy's Mustangs convertibles. F you little.
Bundle of sticks.
I wish to shoot you weak ass kids with your mop yellow hair. Want to kill all of you, bunch of little effers with your white privileges."
So basically, that says more about maybe she comes from a not having all that crap. And now she's gonna kill all.
Well,
the
then
kids.
She
check
went
this
there.
But
out.
she went
she-
to private
yeah, she
school.
attended
This
a private
tells
school.
you,
Now,
though.
that doesn't mean you're wealthy, but
No, it doesn't.
She planned out the massacre minute by minute, aiming to wake up at 6:30, get dressed at 7:05, and spend time with her stuffed animals and possessions. Between 7:05 and 8:55 a.m. In
she a
reality,
furry?
she went to the school much earlier
No.
than planned, and at 10:25, 14 minutes after entering, she was shot dead, but not before she could take some people with her.
So one thing that is clear: this person was mentally ill.
And that's why
No doubt.
they did
I
not
think so.
want this stuff to hit the news.
Yes, because
That
you typically people who are transgender are mentally ill.
and that
So what Crowder
not
talked
right.
about today. So let's assume that this person had been targeting black people. Would this have been as private for so long?
it would have been out immediately.
Yeah.
There would be some concern, but
I think Gary's right. I think y'all are right.
there would be concern about African Americans being at risk of being shot and killed because no one knew if this person was on their own. I agree with Donnie. I'm not sure you call this a manifesto. A manifesto would be like what the
Unabomber.
had. He had
Yeah,
like
he had a
thousands of
legit
pages of what's
manifesto
wrong with the
all
world.
This reasoning, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can
It's
read
sad
his
stuff.
manifesto and know why he did it.
That's a really good example, though, too.
And I'm always suspicious of any of these mass shootings where they don't release information.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Well, you're
like-
suspicious of most things.
well, like the Las Vegas shooting. Do we know anything about that?
Yeah, we know they had a bump
stock.
Bump stock.
He had a bump stock,
We
and,
definitely know about that.
but he had a bump stock and had multiple firearms. That's really all we
Jamie,
know.
we're still debating the JFK killing
And the landing of the moon.
and the landing of the moon. So we will continue to debate this forever. 'cause
Actually, I think the JFK killing is more accepted as fact.
I think the sewer theory, the manhole.
I know what you're talking about there.
theory
I
You
know.
think the Ninja Turtles did
I
it?
think that's how it happened. I really
the
do.
splinter.
Master Splinter.
About to split it out.
So, in response to all these shootings, our friends in Congress, especially the Democratic ones, are now pitching background checks for ammunition purchases. New legislation would require ammo sellers to notify the ATF of every purchase of ammunition.
That's dumb. In my opinion.
No, I agree with you.
My gun-loving.
So the irony in this, and I think I said this when it happened, the irony in this is the red flag laws would have been alerted because transgenderism is a mental illness.
Look, this bill, though, is all smoke and mirrors because the proposed bill would prohibit the purchase of more than 1,000 rounds within any 5 days and as 100 rounds of 50 caliber of higher within a 5-day period. So,
you know what? You know who should be alerted on the 50 caliber rounds being purchased? The IRS, because somebody's got a lot of
A lot of damn money.
That's exactly what I was about to say. I said, let me borrow $5. Let me borrow $50 because you got plenty of money. That's
Yeah.
like 5
okay, so
rounds.
you can order 1,000 rounds a week without flag. This is all. See, they love to do this.
1,000
for
rounds of anything?
Yeah.
Lower than 50.
lower than 50
Yeah.
a week.
Okay.
Yeah. And this is all just to be putting out verbiage.
Has anybody seen the video where the guy purchased 3 firearms
Okay.
in like a week's time?
And what's wrong with that?
Nothing. No, it's just right.
You got
So
the
the
money.
ATF shows up at his doorstep, and they said, "We need to see your firearms." We're the ATF. He walks back inside. So I grab him before he walks back inside. Calls the local police. And says, "There's somebody at my doorstep claiming to be the ATF, demanding to see my firearms."
I love it.
It's yours in the video. So
Did the local police show up?
the police show
I
up.
love it.
And the guy starts getting combative. They draw down on him. They tase him. He's on the ground screaming.
And it's the ATF for real?
Yeah, it's for the ATF.
I see a lawsuit coming though.
I
There
mean,
should be. I heard something on the radio. Maybe it was on Timcast. Do you think the government really cares if you sue them?
No, I mean,
Because where does the money come from?
Okay.
yeah,
Us.
It comes back from
the
us.
government has no money.
It comes from us.
Oh, you were probably listening to the same Timcast
I think I
from
was.
Friday night where they talked about the national debt.
Yeah,
And
they don't care.
yeah,
I saw that while ago. I thought it was a Band-Aid.
you're gonna eat it.
You be
What
dazzled?
you got there?
He be jeweled.
Be dazzled.
There's no telling what
Look at the
he'd be.
bling on my arm.
Hey, there was
Where
a
did that come from?
dude.
Probably my kids. I mean,
There was a dude, I think, in Memphis that was running around and he would go find like handicap violations. He was a lawyer, and then he would present your business a letter that essentially said you had, or no, he wasn't a lawyer. He was just a dude, and he would go submit this letter. So then when you wouldn't fix it after a certain amount of time, he could sue you. Like
Oh, yeah, I can believe that.
Yeah. He could sue you, and then he would make a couple $1,000, because they'd pay you to get out of it and then fix the problem.
Now, here's an interesting story. A drag queen claims he was passed over for, check this out now, Christian category at the Grammys due to religious gatekeeping. Because he released this year, what is the song? I just read it. Where'd it go? The song in question is called Esther, Ruth, and Rahab, and features non-binary singer Adeem the artist, who says God would only hear a prayer if it came from a person with a penis, but the bad word for it.
Can we
Yeah.
we can't say that.
so okay. So why is he claiming he was left out?
Because, well, first of all, because he's a drag queen.
Why is he claiming about that?
But just because you produce a record doesn't mean you get to go to the Grammys.
No, I guess he thinks it's great. Have you ever heard of it?
I've
I don't
never
guess
heard
you
of
listen to
it.
much.
No. I mean, because I will
gospel
say this: if a drag queen puts out a top 10 or top 5 song on in the Christian genre,
I can see that.
I
Yeah.
would,
but
I
I'm
do
guessing
know,
this was not a hit record.
I do know who Esther, Ruth, and Rahab were. They were all very strong women.
They were. That's the woman off of Sanford Son, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ain't
I'm
that
just trying to get y'all to watch Sanford and Son. You won't watch it. We're trying to watch it the other night at the.
sure
I was
that's
watching.
10.
I was trying to watch.
Farmageddon
One
could
of them was a
shut down
prostitute.
hundreds of pharmacies as thousands of pharmacists walk off the job. The protest movement of thousands of non-union employees working at big chains dubbed as Farmageddon could close hundreds of pharmacies as the protests calling for workload changes spread in at least 15 states.
Why they? Oh, okay. I was gonna say why they're overworked. Basically, is what they're
There for a while back when I was in college because I
think
thought
I know
about
what you're about to say.
I
I
thought about
should've
going to
did
the
that mess.
pharmacy school. But did you know that pharmacists have one like number one in like suicides?
Yeah,
and also are
They
very
have access
very
to a lot
prone
of
very
pills.
prone to be drug users as well. Their own drugs.
Yep.
Yeah.
Note to self: become a pharmacist.
Too late, Jamie.
actually, it's
know-
never too late.
I know quite
Yeah.
a few
Can't teach
nurses
that old dog new tricks. Yes, I know. I know you know a pharmacist. I know.
No,
a
I
pharmacist.
mean nurses that
Yeah.
have fallen into that.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I do
checking
too.
drugs out and stuff.
But the reason
I know
being,
construction workers that have fallen into it.
I know meth heads that fallen into it.
but the reason being, I think the pharmacists get depressed so easily is because they're very smart individuals, but they're sitting there just counting pills all day.
Yeah, that's all they are is pill counters.
Yeah, and they're like, this sort of sucks. I'm smarter than this.
I can imagine. Yeah, I can imagine that being a
Yeah,
grind.
I think, they mix certain medicines and stuff, but I think after a certain point, once you learn what all the medicines are and what things mean after that, you really are just pushing out
I mean,
the
let's be honest,
prescribed
we-
medication.
Part of being happy in your career is some kind of pushback, something to stimulate your brain, where you're not just
Yeah.
Yeah,
idle.
I worked on a assembly line for a summer, and I couldn't. It drove me nuts.
One
I
of
was
the
in college.
happiest, like when I was a cop, I was pretty happy because every day was different.
It was different.
Never a day that was the same. Like we were all, but you would hope for a chill day. But when something happened, it'd be something hilarious or just insane, or it was
Scary.
different. It was never the same. Yeah, scary. Get your heart.
Scary, get your heart going.
Adrenaline pumping.
So the story of the day: an enraged McDonald's customer says the fast food franchise is no longer affordable for ordinary Americans, calling the company's contemporary prices crazy, claiming they paid $16 for a burger, a large fry, and a drink.
I saw that.
No, that's
That's what you get when you raise minimum wage. I'm sorry, folks.
Okay, so I saw this video several times. I tried to pause it to see on the receipt where it was located because I was really
that's
curious.
high for here, but it's not far off.
It's not far.
You know what they
California-
did?
No.
They ordered it all separate. They didn't want the meal deal.
Oh,
Don't
do that.
That's inside joke.
That's your own. That's your
Don't
own
do that.
Hold on, I got it right here.
I want a
but I
medium
can't
fry,
hardly see
large
it
drink.
either.
Well, we can upsize both of them for cheaper. No,
That ain't what I want.
Didn't your wife do that one time?
Yes, what he's talking. We
I
went out to Popeyes and Charlie didn't want fries.
Looks
They're
like maybe South Dakota.
They're like, ma'am, it'll be more without the fries. I don't care. I don't want fries.
She don't want daggone fries in her
By
car.
God.
T, I'm impressed that South Dakota has a McDonald's.
Oh, South Dakota's at the forefront.
Dude, I
But
bet South Dakota gets cold as balls.
hell, we do. What you talking about, South
Man.
Dakota? But no, really. I took two boys to McDonald's, got a normal meal. One was a 10-piece nuggets. The other was a single quarter pounder, $21 for
No
two
doubt.
meals.
Yeah, it's about $11, $12 for a meal.
I have a family of 4, and T knows it.
You have
it
4 in
is
your family?
cheaper. It's cheaper. Yeah, not T don't know that. T knows
I didn't
about how
know
much
that.
money.
We didn't
how
know
much
that.
money it costs for us to eat. So T got a family of 3, and there's a pretty substantial difference most of the time in the bill.
Oh, yeah.
But we can go eat like Mi Pueblo, the Mexican restaurant here, just as cheap as we can go eat Wendy's or
Yeah.
McDonald's
Oh,
or somewhere like that.
Yeah,
Fast food
with a
is
beer.
ridiculous.
Yeah, with a beer.
Marty's
with a
over here with no
margarita and
kids
a
at home.
beer,
Like,
yeah.
what y'all bitching about?
The only difference is you probably leave a tip.
I
and that
noticed it
tip
too.
makes it a little bit more expensive, but still.
Margarita still or margarita. Marty's
Margaritas.
Still, Marty's still getting that 2 for
Marty.
20.
Yeah.
Marty and Michelle can go and get that 2 for 20.
Yeah.
This story
Applebee's.
came out today. I know I'm jumping around a little bit everywhere, but apparently a video shows the moment cops rescue a 5-year-old girl from inside a tiny secret closet in Arkansas home. John Thompson, 40, was arrested Friday after police rescued a 5-year-old girl he was keeping locked in a small closet inside his home in Tawnytown, Arkansas.
To where?
Tawnytown. That's actually where the
What's
19 kids and counting.
Oh,
live.
yeah, I know who you're talking
It's
about.
up around Fayetteville, between Fayetteville and Springdale area. Tawnytown.
He lucky I ain't still working.
So obviously this child was not related to them.
May have been, but I mean, they don't.
Well, I ain't gonna lie.
They say
he-
child. They didn't say it was nephew, niece, or daughter. That makes me think it's part of the child trafficking.
he would have become combative.
The man claimed a judge had granted him custody of the child, refused to open the front door and told police the 5-year-old was not at the residence. They're not actually saying at this point that he did anything to the child other than had her locked up, but I guess that may or
What
may
was his
never be
name?
released. John Thompson,
That's the guy who used to coach
Georgetown.
Georgetown, yeah. Man, had
He
he
did locking up
had he
babies.
fallen from grace.
Damn.
Donald Trump was in court again today, and his judge, Alina Habby, who happens to be pretty good looking, tears into the unhinged Judge Arthur Engoron. Have y'all seen this dude?
Yeah, he
Let me see if I find a photograph. Nah, they're not loading.
If I
properly.
remember correctly, Trump's not a big fan of this judge.
no, he's
He
not.
almost looks like the one that Lord of the Rings that wants the precious.
Gollum?
It looks
Gollum.
like
He looks like a
Smeagol.
Gollum.
Gollum.
Yeah.
I thought it was
Don't you think,
Smeagol.
Jamie, he resembles Gollum?
It's Smeagol.
Smeagol, yes.
Yeah, he
Oh,
kind of
well,
does. I will admit that he kind of looks like
Here
Smeagol.
he is.
Smeagol turns into Gollum.
He said,
Yes. So he's pre-Gollum.
He's pre.
He's Smeagol.
He's Smeagol.
There he is. He's got a Gollum-esque look to him. There's Trump's
"That
lawyer,
go.
by the way.
Shoot, fire.
Look, I got to tell you
Go
what.
back up to that. Holy cow.
I love the
Trump
artist
knows how to
rendering
pick
of
'em,
these
boy.
people.
Yeah.
Did y'all see what's the old Bateman
Oh,
guy?
I saw it.
The what?
The Bateman guy
Bateman.
for the that does the
Friedman.
Yeah.
The one.
Yeah, Bankman.
Sam Bankman-Fried.
Bateman.
Oh yeah, that one. He
Goofy-looking
paid
dude.
a guy. You may know. Is this what you were gonna
Yeah,
say?
the artist rendering.
He paid the artist to make him look sexy.
He does, man.
He did.
And his girlfriend looks god awful.
Is that
Well,
what
she does
happened?
anyway.
Because he's a goofy looking dude and he looks sexy as a mug in
His,
the picture. His hair
his
is
girlfriend,
perfect.
though, I agree with Jamie, is as homely as they come, and it is very strange.
Is that the one he drew with the little smush face? The
Yeah.
artist drew her with the
Yeah.
little smush.
Well, she turned on him, so that's probably why.
He should have turned on her a long time ago.
She must,
He had billions of dollars.
She
and
apparently
could
got-
had
she must
whatever.
have some skill that we have yet to see.
I'm telling you.
Boy.
Because remember the police lady from over in Tennessee?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, she's like a 10 compared to.
Oh, yeah. She ain't that cute.
All right, look, this is probably gonna be the last story. We may be cutting it a little short, but inside the secret life of Bubba Copeland, how an Alabama mayor and pastor adopted a second persona online, becoming a transition curvy girl called Brittany before killing himself. But I'm gonna show you a picture here in a second of both of them. Was a pillar of the community in Alabama until November the 3rd. The dude was a pastor. He was a mayor of the town, and then somebody discovered that. All right, here he is. I'm gonna show you the picture of
I
him.
think Jamie spoke on this already. Dang, he was super curvy.
Did you? You didn't speak on this. No.
No.
Okay, looks like just an average dude right there.
average
All right,
dude.
so this
About
is his
mental
female
illness.
version.
I'm talking about middle.
Okay,
middle
just a
illness.
second. Just a
That ain't,
second.
he ain't got them boobs.
That-
Well, I looked at this 3 times, and
Probably ain't got them boobs under there.
is that like some type of chess piece or something?
That could be a chess piece. Okay, baby.
I think that's.
that looks pretty real.
I know.
No, I bet
That's a guy. That's Photoshop.
that's
I
Photoshop.
think
Is
that
about
chick
to say.
was at Esperanza this weekend.
I do too. That,
The Baptist
oh shoot.
pastor and Alabama mayor.
Oh, is that his wife up there? Keep going down.
Yeah, that's his wife,
You know, I mean,
Angela Simpson Copeland.
Oh,
go
there.
down some
He's
more.
got
He
a
had
family.
kid too.
He has
That's-
kids.
yeah,
Oh,
kids.
now the dude, that's even worse.
sucks.
He took a picture of his wife and stuck it up there. That's all he did.
You know what? I just noticed that.
He
Is that
probably
really
did.
what?
That looks
I
like
don't know though.
Like he meshed the two.
I think that's his wife on date night.
Look,
But
yeah,
he
go
put
down,
his-
go down, look at his wife
But he
again.
just photoshopped his face in there.
That's his wife.
Well, they claiming it's him, and he ended up committing suicide for it.
Dang.
After it, yeah. Copeland began his hobby of cross-dressing when he was young, but he did not clarify when he began portraying Brittany Blair Summerlin. It's a hobby I do to relieve stress, he said. He said, I have a lot of stress. I'm not medically transitioning. But after it came out, he couldn't stand it anymore.
So what I was saying earlier about Jamie mentioning this already, I think he mentioned the mental part.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I think.
Well, you know, though, the way he just portrayed that, he's no different than the drag queens or whatever.
No,
He wasn't transitioning.
but I can understand how these people get so depressed because they feel as though they're in the wrong body. But you can't change bodies. You can change your body, but you cannot change
Gary,
bodies.
Gary and I were talking about this. We were sitting around fire, and this came up.
Y'all
Today
talking
on
about changing
Crowder.
bodies?
Yeah, we actually were.
Him and
Yeah,
Gary gonna
we're
swap.
But-
gonna swap.
But
It's
here's
like
the-
Face Off.
This is the part that bugs me, and if kids are listening, then turn it off. But parents are so quick, it seems, and maybe it's just because of what we're seeing in the media, to remove the body parts of of these children, or give them puberty blockers and prevent them. They will never experience sexual gratification. They'll never experience an orgasm, and that's not right.
Yeah, you're not supposed to do that till you're married.
It doesn't matter when. They'll never, ever experience it.
Even when they're married.
Even when they're
screwed that
married.
up,
They
didn't
can
you?
never. A child can, by the time that child becomes an adult, they will never experience sexual gratification. And maybe that's what this whole group is trying to accomplish. They want to remove sex from the psyche.
But yet they glorify sex, though. So there's a
Well,
problem
they
right there.
glorify the body part or the identity.
I don't.
So
My buddy had a real similar situation to this cat, and I'm not going to say any names, but he was married. They had no kids, but basically she came in and he would be dressed as a woman sometimes, and that brought problems in their marriage, of course.
I can imagine.
Yeah, and then eventually they separated, and he had a full change. He wanted to stay with her, and she didn't want that, so they split. Right?
Do you think his wife knew about it? I don't think it said in the
No,
story.
not initially.
No, I'm talking about this guy.
Oh,
Do you think this guy's wife knew?
probably not. He probably kept it a secret. That's
people-
that's what my buddy would do. He expected his wife to be gone like for a long weekend. Well, he would put her clothes on. She came home early one time, and he's dressed like a chick. Like that's hard to explain. You know,
I'd be like, I tripped, fell in your clothes.
what do you say? What do you say? You know?
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah.
It's tough.
I tell the draft was happening. I had to hide.
And they're both good people. You know them. Y'all both do.
Yeah.
But I'm a good guy. Just
Well, it sounded as if just reading the stuff about this until
don't know.
someone found him and came out that, he was, like I say, a pillar of the community.
it probably was. You know.
They didn't say he was molesting kids or anything.
No,
he just
There
likes to dress like a woman.
And I
there
think-
are also serial killers that are pillars of
Oh,
the
yeah.
community.
And I think the majority of transgender people are pillars of the community. They're good people. I think majority of them are good people.
Who's the
Why?
clown?
Why do you say that?
Who's
Yeah,
the
why do you
clown?
say that?
I think they're real people. They're normal
They
people.
are real people.
That just because they're transgender doesn't make them bad.
No,
No,
not
it doesn't
at
make them good either. But you just said I think the majority of them are pillars of the
Can
community.
I meant to mean can be pillars.
Yeah, they're not pieces of shit. Cause
No, they're not. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm
all.
not
It doesn't
gonna,
make you a bad person.
no, it doesn't.
Yes,
That's
it
what I
does.
was trying to say. My bad, Jamie.
Okay,
Way
so-
to correct me.
All right, so this
I'm
is
all over
making up for it when y'all will flip sides on the.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, my
when
God.
Garrett, no, y'all.
Actually, I
Gary
think
flip-flop.
I think if we go back and look, Jamie flipped, and Jamie
Jamie
even acknowledged he might have flipped.
No, I don't think I flipped.
Because Jamie says 100% that you can never be charged with
No, I said
intent.
you should be.
No,
charged.
you said never.
I said you should be charged with intent. Not you can't.
I know you can because we see it happens. It's
Oh,
Y'all
able.
can't even
You
get this shit
absolutely
right now. All right, we're all tired. Look, we're gonna draw for the cooler on Wednesday.
I hope I
so
win.
All of you waiting around to draw, you still got time to. We'll put out another little deal. Gary, you can't win.
Yeah,
But I still hope I will.
You probably got plenty of coolers. You can go visit coolers at Marty's house.
Yeah, Marty has every cooler.
Parting words, Gary.
Bye.
Save me, save
DW.
me from my
Y'all have a good night.
own pride.
I
Jamie.
don't have a whole lot. That was good.
Change me, change
Marty.
me for my final
This damn
ride.
time change sucks.
Go to work in the dark, come home in the dark. Look, go like us, love us. This is episode 141. We got probably about 1,000 more of these. Listen for more than 8 minutes. And I like to average listens on for about 8 minutes. But you could win a
'Cause
cooler.
somebody
I
done
promise you.
took from an outlaw. Take my picture down from the courthouse wall. I'm living in the clouds and I ain't gon' fall. Somebody done saved this
Outlaw.